If you're anything like me, you've tried enabling Follow Recoil, thinking this must be the fastest way to learn the different spray patterns. You used it for a few rounds and absolutely hated it, but you've probably never understood why it feels so weird. Now, what if I told you there's a way to make Follow Recoil feel way better? First, we need to understand why it feels so off in the first place. The slow reset time hinders your ability to swap targets after a spray. This is particularly annoying when you engage multiple opponents and haven't mastered spray transfers. It's also terrible for pistols. As with pistols, you'll be going for one taps, and you don't want your crosshair jumping around. This is why Follow Recoil feels so weird, and why most people leave it disabled. To fix these issues, I'll introduce to you what I call dynamic recoil. With dynamic recoil, the crosshair immediately resets to the center of the screen when you stop spraying, and when you swap to the pistol, it's disabled altogether. Once you bind dynamic recoil to a key, you can quickly toggle it on for weapons you haven't mastered, or when you just want to practice spray control. So you're wondering what tricks I use to make dynamic recoil possible. I'm not going to go into the details, but I wrote a config file that enables Follow Recoil when we want it enabled and disables it when we don't want it enabled. If you'd like to try it yourself, I'll show you how to set it up. You'll need to add my dynamic recoil config to your autoexec.cfg. If you don't have one or don't know what that is, making an autoexec is really easy. And if you don't want to make one, the link in the description will download this folder which has two ready to go for you. Here we have one that swaps colors. Alternatively, this one will say in team chat if dynamic recoil is enabled or disabled. Make sure you edit the file and change the key the dynamic recoil is bound to. Now that your autoexec is ready, you'll want to place it in the CS2 config folder. The quickest way to find that folder is to start in your Steam library, find and right-click on Counter-Strike 2, then under Manage, click on Browse Local Files. That will open the File Explorer, and from here you'll want to go to Game CSGO CFG. Once you're there, simply copy over your autoexec. The last thing you need to do is make sure that this file gets loaded when you open CS2. To do this, go back to your Steam library, find and right-click on Counter-Strike 2 again, and this time click on Properties. Then under Launch Options, add +exec autoexec.cfg, and now you're all set up to go with dynamic recoil. Go ahead and boot up CS2. I suggest loading into a workshop map and testing dynamic recoil before you try to use it in game. Once you enable dynamic recoil, pressing the 1 key will equip your primary and enable Follow Recoil. Pressing the 2 key will equip your secondary and disable Follow Recoil. I should mention that this will not work if you use the scroll wheel to cycle through your weapons. With that said, you're way better off using the keyboard to select your weapons instead. Comment below your thoughts on dynamic recoil and let me know if it works for you. If you have any issues getting it to work, feel free to join my Discord using the link in the description, and I'll do my best to help you figure it out. If you made it this far into the video, please like the video and subscribe, as it really helps my channel. Don't forget to praise God and be blessed. Peace.